Okay, so I've got 3 stories for this video. So, here we go. Each one's got a short introduction and then I'll read the story like I did on The Man in the Moon and The Woodcutter's Daughter. So, here we go. Introduction. The Moon Maiden. The Moon Maiden is a Chinese folk tale that tells the story of a young man who falls in love with a woman who lives on the moon. The story explores the tension between the natural world and the mysterious world of the moon. It shares similarities with The Man in the Moon in its otherworldly landscape and with The Woodcutter's Daughter in its exploration of love and sacrifice. I just explained, I asked ChatGPT to tell me if there's any similar stories that it can suggest to The Woodcutter's Daughter and The Man in the Moon. So it's going to mention those two in the introductions. I'm not going to change it now. I don't think it really matters anyway. And you can go and watch the other video if you want to see why it's mentioning it. Anyway, so the story, the Moon Maiden. Oh, and the cat's crying for food, and he won't shut up. And I'm not going chasing him off because I can't be bothered. So just ignore him. He'll get tired of me howling in 6 or 7 hours. Anyway, the Moon Maiden. Once upon a time there was a young man named Cheng who was in love with a woman who lived on the moon. In order to be with her, Cheng built a ladder made of bamboo and climbed to the top of a mountain where he launched himself into the sky. As he travelled through the stars, he encountered strange beings and passed through mysterious landscapes. Finally, he arrived on the moon and met the woman of his dreams. The two fell deeply in love and spent their days exploring the strange and wondrous world around them. But their happiness was short-lived, as Cheng soon discovered that the woman was actually a moon maiden who was destined to return to her planet in a heartbreaking moment. Cheng agreed to return to Earth, knowing that he would never see her again. He climbed back down the ladder and returned to his village forever. Forever changed by his otherworldly experience. Okay, next story. The Tale of the Bamboo Cutter. The Tale of the Bamboo Cutter is another Japanese folk tale that tells a story of a bamboo cutter who discovers a small girl inside a glowing bamboo stalk. The story explores the tensions between the natural world and the mysterious world of the moon, and shares similarities with The Man in the Moon in its otherworldly landscape. Okay, here's the story. The Tale of the Bamboo Cutter. Once upon a time there was a bamboo cutter who discovered a small girl inside a glowing bamboo stalk. The girl grew up to be a beautiful princess and was courted by many suitors, but she refused them all, claiming that she was from the moon and destined to return there. As the princess prepared to return to her home planet, she revealed her true identity and otherworldly heritage. The bamboo cutter and his family were devastated to lose their beloved daughter, but they were forever changed by their experience with the Moon Princess. Okay, next story, introduction to The Green Children. The Green Children is an English folk tale that tells the story of 2 children who appeared in a village one day with green skin and speaking an unknown language. The story explores the tension between the familiar world of the village and the unknown world beyond, and shares similarities with The Woodcutter's Daughter in its exploration of sacrifice. Okay, the story, The Green Children. Once upon a time, 2 children with green skin and speaking an unknown language appeared in the village. The villagers were at first afraid of the children, but they soon discovered that the children had come from an underground world and were desperately in need of help. The children were taken in by a kindly family who cared for them, but they remained homesick for their underground world. Eventually one of the children fell ill and passed away, and the other returned to their world forever changed by the otherworldly experience. These stories, like The Man in the Moon and The Woodcutter's Daughter, all explore the tension between the familiar and the unknown, and transports the readers to strange and wondrous worlds beyond their imagination. Okay, so if you could tell me what you think of those stories in the comments section, I'll be interested to know, and if anybody leaves a message, I'll definitely get back to them. Uh, but do you think this is a good idea for was a good idea for a video, and the other one as well? Is it something that people will be interested in watching? That's what I want to know, because if it is, I'll keep doing this. I'll keep going finding old stories and reading them out. But let me know anyway. And if you think it deserves a thumbs up, then give it a thumbs up, please. But other than that, thanks for watching, and bye for now. Bye.